Non-recklessness. Born alone, die alone. We were born alone, and we will die alone. There is no need to worry about others if we can't even save ourselves. If we can't save ourselves and don't have a firm grip on our own refuge, then maybe we are not good enough to save others. We ourselves may be vulnerable to Mara. Now that we have found Buddhism, now that we have found the most important and beneficial knowledge, what are we still waiting for? Why are we not reaping the benefits? Are we going to wait until we're too old? We don't know when our final moment may arrive. If we die unexpectedly, do we want to find ourselves in a hell realm? Doesn't it bother you to think that your time in this life may be for naught? Don't you feel sorry for the wasted time and the wasted life? The purpose of our life is to pursue perfections, parami, preserve and protect our merit. Only merit will carry us through in the end. Transcendental merit, merit gained from meditation, is very important. How much do you expect of life when you have accumulated so little transcendental merit? If we are born into this world and allow our life to be wasted, why bother to be born at all? Chattering, fooling around, frivolous pursuits, what do we gain from such activities? Are we winning or losing in our quest for perfections? You must protect your merit. If you don't protect it, pay no attention to it, or don't reflect on it regularly, your merit will become weak and stop flowing. But if you constantly reflect on it, your merit will keep flowing. Ask yourself what you want for your future. Do you wish to become lost amidst the deceptions of pleasurable sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch? Reflect upon this carefully. A wrong path, once chosen, is hard to deviate from. Strive to build maximum merit. Dhamma is something deep and profound. It is not easy for ordinary people to attain or even comprehend in a short amount of time. You know that it is difficult to be born as a human. One has to overcome innumerable odds before one gets to become a human. Now that you are a human and have found Buddhism, you should make your life worthwhile. Build as much parami as possible until your virtue is whole enough to help you find your way out of suffering. Being born human is a great blessing indeed. It doesn't matter whether you're born into a rich or poor family, a fortunate or unfortunate condition. You should accept it and carry on. There is nothing anyone can do to change this. You have become the way you are because what you have done in the past. It is your karma. If you want to improve your conditions, you have to commit to doing more good deeds. Everyone who is born will eventually die. We all have to die, but no one knows when his or her time will come. Because of this, we must do all we can to accumulate as much merit as possible. Merit is the only possession we can take with us after we die. We are the way we are because of what we have done. Learn to endure it. Do the best you can for yourself. Do the best you can in everything. Good things will eventually come to you. You will die regardless of whether you do it or not. It is better to do it and to do it well. Don't be lazy with your meditation. Meditate as much as you can to cultivate good mindfulness. If your mindfulness is weak, you will be vulnerable to evil thoughts that give rise to bad karma. But if you maintain good mindfulness, virtue will be with you instead, leaving no room for negative karma to enter. Don't be reckless about your age. We are already old. Don't think that you are still young. Reflect on aging. If you get carried away with thinking that you are still young and do things that you're not supposed to do, you may misstep into an unhappy realm. Try to accumulate more transcendental merit than worldly merit. It is the transcendental merit that releases you from defilements. Already old. Bear in mind that you are getting older every day. Don't take your youth for granted. I have been telling myself that I am old ever since I was a young woman, and it has motivated me to hurry up and pursue perfections. Preparing for it. I made a resolution that no matter how serious my illness may be, I want the doctor to conceal nothing from me, but tell me everything as it is, so I can be prepared. Hurry on. You are young. You are strong. Row your boat as hard as you can. Hurry and continue to row on. Don't be bothered if others slow down. For us, we must make the best of our own life. This is our last life, our last existence. When we depart, we must take only the good things with us. Grab the victory flag. Never go backwards. Keep rowing forward. I say this is our last life because before this life, we may have been deficient and inconsistent in our practice of good deeds. But in this life, we must try harder and be more determined. We can no longer give in. We must also make resolutions that encompass everything that is good. We will wish that we encounter only good things, maintain celibacy in every lifetime until we reach Nibbana, and never cross paths with bad people, people who lack morality and truthfulness. In the end, what is left of this world is only merit and demerit. Humans are puppets played by merit and demerit. We are puppets. I reflect on death, realizing that time waits for no one. That's why I made katina offerings, robe offerings to monks while I still could. Any day could be my last day. I don't know when I will pass away, so I hurry to make more merit, realizing that merit is the only thing I can take with me when I die. We can't take anything with us when we die, except merit and demerit. We are like puppets. Merit and demerit are our puppet masters. When we do good deeds, merit pulls us up. When we do bad deeds, demerit pushes us down. Don't let time pass uselessly. Our life is getting shorter and shorter. Hurry and do more good deeds. Don't let time pass you by for naught. It is a pity to be wasting time. Time wasted is life wasted. Time waits for no one. Lazy people are feeble-minded. They don't know how to think. The moment you wake up, you should realize that days are going by, months are going by, years are going by, and time waits for no one. If you want to do something good, do it now and do it well. Do only good things. When you make merit, you take merits with you as your blessings. When you commit wrongdoings, you carry demerits with you as your curse. Priceless treasure. At this moment, I'm still healthy. Let me tell you what is on my mind. Remember my words. I am giving you an invaluable treasure. Please take good care of the treasure that I'm giving to you. You'll be able to look after your spiritual well-being in the future. I have only virtuous intentions for everyone. I want to give ultimate benefits to others. May you always be on the moral path, determined to make merit while you are young and strong, and to pursue it to the best of your ability. After we finish building our temple, I will offer the temple Buddha Center to the Buddhas in Nibbana. All of us will benefit from this transcendental merit. Maintain this great merit by keeping our temple pure and clean. Let Luang Pa Dhammachayo know everything, positive or negative, according to the truth. Honor your pure intentions, your good morality, and your genuine truthfulness in the same manner I have honored mine. Don't wait. We don't know when our final day will come. Start going to the temple now while you still can. Don't wait until someone has to carry you into the temple for your own funeral. Days and nights pass by quickly. With each sunset, our life becomes one day shorter. Capitalize on each day that you are still alive by accumulating as much merit as you can. In times of trouble, reflect on your merit. Know how to build up your merit and know how to maintain merit. Use your merit wisely as you would use your money. Come to the temple now. Khun encouraged those who came to the temple for the first time to visit the temple often. Whether it's early or late in life, we all end up in the temple one way or another. Whether you are the beloved child or the beloved parent, death brings us all to the temple in the end for our own funeral. So don't wait until you are too old and too weak to go on your own. Life does not end with death. Those who are accustomed with doing good deeds, who can recall their good deeds at the time of death, will find their way to a heavenly realm. Those who are accustomed to doing bad deeds, whose minds are attached to their bad deeds at the time of death, will end up in a hell realm. For those who performed neither good nor bad deeds, after death, their spirit will neither be in a heavenly realm nor a hell realm, but will roam about in this world. Be prepared. A kind-hearted 80-year-old woman with 5 children once came to Khun and asked for her advice. Her youngest son was a source of disappointment to her because he never listened to her. Khun replied, "Why be disappointed? He is an adult now and old enough to walk his own path. When I lived in Nakhon Chai, I used to have a cat. The cat gave birth to 5 kittens, and I raised them too. But once these kittens got older, they all left me. I realized then that cats and dogs, just like people, are born under the law of karma. They must live their own life as their own karma dictates. All little birds must leave the nest eventually. Sister, you yourself are old. It is time you thought of yourself more and prepared for your own spiritual future. Make merit. Merits and demerits are the only things you can take with you to the next life. Be content. Let us be neither blindly ambitious nor greedy. Instead, let us learn modesty and contentment. Greed can turn an honest man into a fraudulent one. I dislike a dishonest person. When you are greedy for unwholesome things, in the end you will possess only misery. Strive to keep your mind pure and clean. If you have accumulated enough merit, then your desires will be met without the need for ruthlessness. And if you desire only to possess more virtue, that would be excellent indeed. Learn to live a simple life and make use of your possessions prudently. Be modest. I'm not the ambitious type. I don't want to be popular nor famous like others. This has been a characteristic of mine for a long time. When I lived at Wat Pak Nam and practiced high-level Dhammakaya meditation with Luang Pa, Wat Pak Nam, I was very quiet. In the meditation hall, I rarely spoke, but when I did, others listened. I did not meddle in other people's affairs, but when it came to Luang Pa's teachings, I was not afraid to point out people's mistakes. Otherwise, I spoke only when I was asked questions by Luang Pa, and my answers were short and to the point. The important thing was to fulfill my duties. I sought neither fame nor recognition as others around me did. Fame without merit is a structure built on a crumbling foundation. Build more virtues. We are born to pursue virtue. I have been doing good deeds and building up virtue little by little, regularly and consistently, quietly and humbly, without the need for recognition. After a while, the efforts of these good deeds pay off, and their results are evident to everyone. When you have built up enough virtue, nothing can stop it from manifesting itself. It gives me a great deal of satisfaction to see these accomplishments. Some people expect their good deeds to pay off right away. They complain when they fail to see the results of their good deeds, even when they have only just begun to practice. When I reflect upon the good deeds I have performed and all of the time and effort I spent pursuing perfections, I feel proud of my accomplishments. I don't have any inferior feelings in my mind. All things must be based upon virtue. Those ignorant ones who have no virtue yet desire fame, power, and prestige are doomed to fail in the end. The louder they boast, the faster they will fail. All things must be based upon virtue. No desire for others' possessions. I built the temple. My life is based on merit. From it, I have a place to live and food to eat. There's no desire in me to steal others' wealth. If someone causes me harm, let that be his or her own burden. I have no desire to hurt anyone's feelings. Associating with people. We should know what type of people to associate with. There are some people we can welcome into our homes, while others should be kept at a distance. It is important to recognize which is which. If we know certain people display bad behavior, then it's best to avoid them entirely, lest we begin to emulate them. Even if we recognize and disagree with their bad behavior at first, if we continue to associate with them, in time, we begin to think they're not so bad after all and end up losing our own morals. A heroin addict started out as drug-free, but through peer pressure, gradually became addicted to the drug. Think of bad behavior as contagious germs. We don't know when we catch them. Slowly they invade us without our awareness. Before we know it, it is already too late. Seeing through people. There is a parable about a fox that was raised as a lion. It is the fox's nature to eat excrement. But one fox was taken and raised like a lion. He was fed the finest meat, and he behaved as regally as a lion would. But when he came across excrement, his true nature came to fore, and he ate it. A fox is still a fox. We need to look into the true nature of a person to know who he really is. Be a team player. I care for my community. We should learn how to be a good team player and get along with everyone. Arrogance only leads to isolation. If we have the attitude that we are better than others, at our time of distress, no one will be around to offer help. Human relations. We should learn how to get along with others. If someone does not talk to us, then we need to be the one to begin talking first. Soon we will have a pleasant conversation. We should reject the attitude of snobbery and arrogance. Instead, strive to relate well with every type of person. You never know, a day might come when you will need their help. Hate no one. I have hatred for no one. I am afraid if I do, I too will be hated in my next life. My mind always considers the consequences in the far future rather than merely the immediate present. Besides, I would rather have love than hatred for people. Silence is golden. I seem to possess a special intuition. Although I am uneducated, I have a good sense about people. I see through them, but I prefer to keep it to myself. If I'm not adept with people, I would not have been able to build this temple. Talk is cheap. Silence is golden. Receiving guests. Responding to people who ask for your help is not easy. We must learn the proper way to do it. Although we must cater to them, we must also maintain our moral nature, especially our Dhamma. Some guests visit us to recount their tales of woe or their family troubles. But these stories only distract our own minds from Dhamma, or from the center of our bodies. As practitioners of Dhamma, we should try to guide our guests to the wisdom of Dhamma as well. Like a tug of war, we may allow ourselves to be drawn into our guests' misery and away from Dhamma. Or we can draw them to Dhamma and away from their problems. It takes skills and good speech and great awareness to move a person towards Dhamma. There are many types of guests. Before we can host any of them properly, we must first understand ourselves thoroughly. Understanding ourselves first will help us understand others, and this in turn will help us understand their problems. The most essential thing, however, is to maintain our minds in Dhamma and to be filled with compassion. Look inside ourselves. Look back to our past lives through meditation and recall all the merit we have made. Recall how we have pursued perfections. Then look at ourselves in the present life to see how much purity we have cultivated inside ourselves. Realize whether we are in the position to save this person. If not, we must let it go. Don't let yourself become a casualty while trying to help others. Look to the future and think where you want to be. What is your goal? When hosting guests who ask for help, we should look back into the past, look intensely at the present, and look forward into the future. Most importantly, we must meditate constantly to strengthen our minds and resist distractions. There's an old saying, chanting is a balm, meditation is a pill. Suffering is like a disease. If we use both kinds of cures, the disease will heal faster. If we can convince the person with serious problems to begin chanting and meditating, then he can acquire merit to help himself.